What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Alright, tonight we're talking about the Real Housewives of Orange County, the original Housewives, season number 10. Can you believe the Real Housewives have been a franchise now for 10 years? Oh my God, that is a long time, right? And like Vicky, who is on the OC, is an original housewife. Like, she started out in Orange County season 1, and she is still in Orange County season 10. And we have seen her go through so much. We have seen her seem to be happy in her marriage, and we saw her marriage fall apart. We saw her get divorced. We saw her get this new man, and I mean everything. But we'll talk about Vicky later. I'm just excited that the OC is back. It's not that they really bring a lot of fireworks, you know, they have their, you know, rich white women drama, you know. Actually, they seem to have less drama than Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, it has like so much drama. Like, I don't know, like, is it colder in Beverly Hills than it is in Orange County or something? Because, oh yeah, the Beverly Hills chicks be just always just on 10. Anyways, we're talking about Orange County. So, yeah, but I really like Orange County ladies. My favorite, one of my favorite housewives of all time used to be an Orange County lady, Alexis Leno. That is my girl. I don't care what anybody says about Alexis, and I really, really hate that she's no longer on the show, but I keep up with her, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, so it's not that bad. Anyway, so look, we're going to start this episode. It's season 10, episode number 1. It opens up with Heather. Me and Heather, girl. Oh, Heather. You know, I really wanted to like Heather when she first came on, but she just was picking at Alexis like so much. And I just didn't understand, like, why was she constantly picking on her? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was really weird. So I think, and I just kind of, it just really turned me off. And it seemed like, and she kind of even admitted it in that reunion show after her first season. Someone said, why are you always choosing to pick with Alexis? Is it because you think that you can always beat her in an argument? And she was like, well, of course, only a dummy will go into an argument that they think they would lose. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, okay. So I just didn't like her because of that. But I mean, I like everything else about her life. I love her gorgeous houses. Like, okay, so we start this episode off speaking of her houses. They're in their rental house, eating breakfast or whatever, getting ready to go to check out what's going on with the house that they're building. So if you guys remember, like 2 years ago, maybe, I think, they had gotten an offer for something like $13 or $14 million for the house that they were living in, which was gorgeous. You know what I mean? So I can't even imagine what the new house is going to look like. But yeah, they got like a $13 million offer or whatever. So they went ahead and took it and was like, it's an offer you can't refuse. You know what I mean? And they, you know, been living in a rental house the last couple of years, and their house should be done. I don't know if it's done now, like as we speak, in real time, but it wasn't done when the show started. So you see her and her family, they pack up and they head over to where the house is being built. They keep talking about this. I wrote it down. Bordigashare. It's like the I always thought it was called a carport. It's like the thing that comes off the house, and then it's kind of like, it's not a garage. It's kind of like you drive through it, I guess, and to get, you know, to the garage is probably like on the end of the driveway, and this is kind of like in the middle, but you can like kind of park there if it's raining or whatever, run into your house. I always called it a carport, but hey, I'm from the Midwest. What do I know about a Bordigashare? Anyway, so they like pull up or whatever. This house is like so huge. She said it got something like 14 bathrooms or something in this house. Like, seriously, when they go to the closet, like, I mean, when you walk in, it's just gorgeous. You know, it's just not gorgeous because it's not done yet. It's just huge. And I know it's going to be gorgeous because their other house was. But, so they go upstairs to her closet, right? Why is her closet bigger than my living room? I'm like, I had a nice size house. You know, we got about, I don't know how many square feet it is. We got like 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I don't know how many square square feet is. But yeah, anyways, her living room is, I think it just looked to be bigger, probably bigger, as big as my living room and dining room probably put together. I don't know. The thing was huge. And she was like, that was only going to be her closet. Like, Terry's going to have his own closet. She was going to have her little hair washing station right there. And I don't know, some other stuff or whatever. And that's what I definitely want. Oh my God, I just really, really want. We have the side of a basement. It's kind of like a utility type side. It's really big though. And I really, really, really want to put like a hair station down there. So, you know, we've been here like 3 years. We're still working on my husband. We'll get it together. Because I really, 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 I would just love to have someone come to my house and just wash my hair in my own house. I don't even have to wait. Because you know when you go to the shop, like I don't go that often. I do my hair myself most of the time, or I throw in a wig. That's my thing. But sometimes I go, like I like to get my hair straightened, and I'm not really that good at straightening it myself. And I mean, but they just have you waiting. I was like, I used to go like every like, I think 2 months to get like 6 to 8 weeks or so to get my hair straightened. And it was just every single time I was just having to wait. So I'm just like, it's so annoying. So anyways, I say all that to say, I love that Heather is putting a hair washing station in her closet. And I can't wait until I can get my own, I can talk my husband into doing it for me or having someone do it for me. Anyways, off of the hair washing station, well, I don't know if she was really joking. She wasn't joking. She was just saying, like, the whole process is exhausting. Like, whatever, Heather. We don't even care. Even their kids have, like, terraces or whatever. Like, her son has a terrace that's huge. Like, of course, all the rooms are huge or whatever. And then they kind of, like, joke about him sneaking out when he gets older to go smoke some weed or whatever. She called it hooch. I thought hooch was liquor, though. So, maybe I didn't hear what she said correctly, but I watched the episode like 2 times, and I could say, like, what is hooch? I thought hooch was liquor. But she did like this, like smoke a little hooch, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next scene. We see Vicki and Shannon. They are having dinner, and Shannon just really looks off to me. She's normally, you know, a little bit more upbeat or whatever. She looked a little off. Her and Vicki, you know, they talk about a lot. They talk about Vicki going to Mexico, and, you know, she asked her, you know, is she going to whoop it up? Because you know how Vicki loves to go to Mexico and whoop it up and dancing on tables. She's like 50 years old dancing on tables. But hey, she has fun. She loves to have fun. She loves to have fun. So that's okay. It's all right at any age, right? I hope she don't break a hip or anything if she try to get up there this time. And then they also talk about Brooks, her boyfriend, her on again, off again boyfriend. I guess they're on right now. He's actually living with her, and he has cancer. I forgot to write down what kind of cancer he has. I cannot remember right now, but he's going through chemo. Right now he's not, he doesn't appear to be sick from the chemo or anything. So they're taking a trip to Mexico to kind of, you know, take his mind off of things for a little while or whatever. So hopefully everything is okay with him. I'm not sure. I haven't read anything about them, so I'm not sure if he is in, I'm not sure what's going on with that. But they also talk about Brianna, which is Vicki's daughter, that annoys the hell out of me. Okay, she annoys the hell out of me, Brianna does. Anyway, so they talk about her, you know, of course she doesn't like Brooks. She doesn't even want him anywhere around her mother, which, if she's worrying about Brooks possibly being abusive or whatever, she needs to worry about her husband, because y'all remember how he snapped off on, what was the one girl, the little skinny girl that was on the show, her mom. I mean, her mom was like the sweetest lady or whatever, but like he like snapped off, and then he was just like going off like the whole night for no reason at all. Like, and he seemed to, even before that, to me, he seemed to have this personality that I just didn't like. It just seemed like just aggressive, but it's not that he really had done anything prior to that you know what I mean? But it was just something about him that would make me think that he would act that way, and he did. So, you know, she need to be worried about her own damn husband. She don't even live in Orange County. She lives in like Oklahoma or somewhere with her husband and their kids. So she needs to just worry about her own life. I don't know why Vicki lets her tell her what to do. Like at one point, Brianna and her husband and the baby, their first baby, were living with Vicki, and because they were there, she told Vicki she couldn't have Brooks there. And I'm like, how you gonna tell me what to do in the house that I own, that I pay the bills in? You know what I'm saying? That I raised your ass in, okay? You don't have to be here. You and your husband and your baby can go. That's what she should have said, but she did. She went ahead and went by the rules. I'm like, okay. That's some rich white people shit right there, too. Anyway. In the next scene, you see Tamra and Eddie. Tamra is talking about getting her implants put back in. For some reason, she thinks that because she had hit such a low in her life, you know, she was going through the custody battle with her ex-husband, and she, you know, saying, had like all this big falling out with all of the ladies last season. Like even her and Vicki fell out, and you know, they were friends from like the time Tamra came on the show. And I think Tamra came on the show either the second or the third season. And they've been, you know, really, really tight, you know, on and off the show since then. And they've been having a couple of fallouts, but they fell out. She fell out with Heather, I think, a little bit. And it just, she was just saying she felt like she hit rock bottom, and she's feeling like she just wants to change. And she remember when she had the implants and she had them taken out? So now she wants to get them back in, but she doesn't want big ones. She just wants, I guess, to not look so like flat. She wants, you know, to sit up a little bit. I don't blame her. And hey, if I didn't mind being put to sleep and not know what's going on while I'm asleep, I would do it. I mean, I just can't see though myself having any kind of elective surgery that requires the doctor to put me to sleep, because I have a fear. I just think that, I don't know, what are they doing? Like, while you're asleep? Seriously, it's not like people are in the room, you know what I mean? Like, well, in her case, they did have the cameras in the room, so when they were doing it, and the doctor showed, like, the implant. I was like, this is the smallest implant right here, you know what I mean? So, so she did have cameras in the room. But I don't know why, I don't know where that came from, but just, I am terrified of having to have any kind of surgery that requires me to be put to sleep, okay? Now, I'm all for plastic surgery if that's what you want to do. Just don't go overboard, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But I just, just the thought of it. But if I ever did, I would just love, maybe some Botox. I don't know, because y'all look at my, oh my God. Like, I'm starting to get like wrinkles here. Then I'm getting these bags, and I get plenty of sleep. It's hereditary, all these bags. Anyways, I got all off topic. What was I talking about? Yeah, so Tamra's getting her implants, and she's talking about how she, you know, feels like she's an outsider looking in to the group. And she's just not friends with anybody, and she doesn't like, you know, feeling that way. And nobody came to the hospital except for Eddie, of course, her husband. But none of the girls came to the hospital to check on her or even call to see if she was okay or whatever. And so that made her feel a little sad. But I mean, Tamra, you're a bitch. I mean, seriously, you are, girl. And you know it. You are a shit starter. Like, it's like your favorite pastime is to just stir up the pot. Just stir it. You'll tell one person one thing and have them thinking that you're their friend. And then you run off, and then you run your mouth to this other person, and then you change your mind, and you're like, oh, I want to be this nice person. Then I want to be Nancy. Like, I don't even know what's going on with you, girl. But I mean, I thought she was gonna change. Like last season, I think it was, when it seemed like she was going through like some kind of change, or maybe even the season before that, when she had started becoming like kind of cool with Alexis or whatever. So I don't know, but she just, I don't know. So we shall see what happens with season 10 Tamra. I'm not sure. We'll see if she gets back in the good graces of the ladies. I mean, we shall see. We haven't seen her interact with them yet in this episode. Then the next scene you see, well, not the next scene, I'm skipping the scene that Heather went to meet Megan for dinner, because there really wasn't much going on in that scene. But after that, you see Vicki and Brooks eating dinner, and Vicki is just being her annoying self. Like, I like Vicki, but she can be so annoying when she goes into mommy mode. And it's like, I know Brooks doesn't want to be mommied or whatever. She's like, oh no, Brooks, you can't have that bread. That bread, the cancer just loves the white bread. You have to have this other bread. And oh my God, you can't do that. Can you eat that? No, you can't have that. Oh, It's like, shut up, Vicky. Oh my God, the man is, you know what I mean? He's sick, but he doesn't need you. Like, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to take care of himself. You know, like, calm down. She does it all the time. She does it with her kids too. She's just really like over the top when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, taking care of people. It's just a little bit much, you know what I'm saying? But they just you know, they already talk about much. They talk about their trip and how they're gonna have fun or whatever. Oh, this is why I wanted to talk about it, because then they flash to a scene, I guess, where I guess she was saying that Brianna doesn't believe that Brooks has cancer. And I'm like, really, Brianna? Do you think he would stoop that low as to lie about cancer? You know what I mean? And I'm sure that Vicky goes to the doctor's appointments with him from time to time, you know? So, I don't know. That's a bit strange that she would say the man is lying about having cancer. Who does that? You know what I mean? And who would even think someone would do that? You know what I mean? Even if someone was lying, like, my first thought is not to go and say that person is lying about having something as serious as that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, whatever. Anyways, in the next scene, we meet the new housewife. Her name is Megan Edmonds. She is married to Jim Edmonds. He used to be a baseball player. I think he's retired now. He I don't know, like maybe an outfielder or something. I'm not sure. I don't really follow baseball at all. I know like Sammy Sosa, I don't know. Oh, Derek Jeter. Oh, what's the other cute one? The other I can't think right now. Anyways, he used to be a baseball player. They met, I guess, when he must have been living in St. Louis or something, because that's where she's from. And she said they moved to California because his daughter lives with them. She's 14 or 15. I think she's 14. And her mother is sick, and her mother lives in Orange County. So they moved back to out to California to, you know, so that the daughter could be closer to her mom, which is a very nice thing. And, you know, for her to uproot her life like that, you know what I mean? But she's a stepmom, and sometimes that's what you have to do. But anyway, so they're moving into their new home in Orange County, and it looks pretty. I don't know. You don't really get to see a lot of the house. She's very young. Like, she's not young as far as like my age. She's like 33, but she's like a lot younger than him. Maybe like 18 years or something younger than him. Oh, that's a lot. How can you marry someone 18 years older than you? That is a lot. And quiet as it's kept, my daddy is only 19 years older than me. So that's just strange to me, right? It's like my daddy. Like, oh, I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyways, so they are just kind of hanging out and going through their calendars because she wants him to do something. No, she wants to know what his schedule is because he has to do some traveling or whatever. And like, he's trying to tell her what his schedule is, and she keeps interrupting him. She acts very young, so she probably gets along very well with the teenage daughter. You know what I'm saying? But and so he's like, clearly annoyed. Like, are you going to listen to me? Do you ask me a question? Do you want me to answer your question or what? Like, you know, she seems, in all of the previews for the season, it seems like she's going to have that kind of annoying personality. I don't know, but I might end up liking her. So I'm not going to judge her too early. But I just really don't think she was realizing that she was annoying the hell out of her husband, though. I think it just kind of went over her head that she was annoying him. Anyways, then they go to dinner that night, and she asks him why he doesn't have his ring on. And he's like, oh, he put it away or whatever. He can't remember what box he put it in or what drawer he put it in or something like that. And he's like, well, actually, I didn't even look for it. So that kind of upset her. And then, like, she wanted to get, like, a real big smooching kissing or whatever. And he's like, no. Which, yeah, I'm not down with I mean, I don't mind, like, giving a little peck, you know, here, or, you know, hold hands, or, you know, things like that, but don't be tonguing me down all out in public, you know what I mean? Ugh. This is just, I don't like it at all. Anyway, I think that was pretty much it with Megan and Jim. I mean, Jim. Yeah, that's his name, Jim. And then move on to Shannon. Shannon. Now, you know, Shannon was a new housewife last year, and she was voted the favorite housewife last year, which is kind of good for a new housewife. I really like Shannon. I thought she was a little, just a tad bit psychotic, just a tad bit, you know what I mean? Like she, I wouldn't say uptight, no, because that's Heather. She just, it just seemed like she had so much going on, and now we like know from this scene that she had a lot going on in her marriage or whatever. And because she would just snap off on her husband like for no reason. But other than that, she was like really cool. She seemed to really want to fit in with the ladies. Her and Heather really bumped heads, you know, and which was kind of weird because they're going to be living in the same neighborhood now. Once Heather's house is finished being built or whatever. But anyway, so you see Shannon and her husband, David, they're getting ready to go on a couples retreat. And we learn when they go on this couples retreat that David recently was having an affair. And so Shannon found out about it. And, you know, she's very, clearly she's very hurt by it. You can tell it's all over her face when she talks. In the episode, as well as when she talks about it in the interviews or whatever. So they are going on this like couples retreat, I think it's like a weekend or whatever, to, you know, try to connect and try to get to the bottom of their issues as a couple, their issues as individuals or whatever. So you see them go on this retreat, and she's saying like how, because at the end of last season, she was saying like, you know, they were getting along better than they ever had before. She was saying like she had learned a lot about herself or whatever, but she was like that didn't last long. Like everything started going downhill from there, and she learned that he was having an affair or whatever. And I'm just like wondering, like, was he always having an affair? Because I mean, honestly, he was like such a big flirt that I wouldn't doubt that he was always having an affair. And they didn't seem very connected at all last season. You know what I mean? It just seemed like, you know, their kids were holding them together. Just from watching the show, you know what I mean? But hopefully everything works out. And, you know, like I was saying in my other vlog, I don't want to see a family break up. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, don't be a fool. I know everybody's foolery line is different, but you know what I mean? Shannon, you know, go in with both eyes open. And when you read her blog, her Bravo TV blog, she said that they struggled with whether or not they were going to put this part of their lives on the show. But I guess their kids had found out about it somehow. And they discussed it with the kids or whatever. And she was like, you know, we're going to go ahead and be, you know, open with their story. So maybe she just wanted a bigger paycheck this season. But she was saying maybe she could possibly help other people. But you know how it goes. The more open you are with your life, the more people want to watch you, and the more Bravo wants to keep you on Bravo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, hopefully things get better. The counseling seemed really intense, you know. They were talking. One thing, though, David said, her husband, when they were doing like their counseling thing, they were supposed to like draw like a timeline of their lives, like from going all the way back to their childhood to the present day. And at the point when he got to the affair, he had it so like I think over the line was like a high, under the line was like a low. He put it as both a high and a low, and he was saying like it was he felt very alive, and he had felt it was the most alive he had felt or something like that, he said. And he said, but it also devastated his family, which was the low. And I was like, oh my God, wow, as a wife, I would not want to be hearing that at all. You know what I mean? Like, man, I don't know, you guys. You think they're going to make it through? We shall see. She said that she will go to hell and back to keep her family together. And she said divorce is not an option for her. So, I hope everything ends up well with her, girl. She better put some more crystals out and get her some prayer beads or something. Anyways, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is Tamara. She's having a baby shower for her son. So, you know, her son Ryan ended up meeting that chick on Instagram. And they were supposed to be getting married or whatever. He ended up moving, like, I think Northern California is where they live now, maybe. I can't remember. But with the chick. And she's like, you know, country girl. And so anyways, and now they're pregnant. They haven't gotten married yet, but like they ended up being pregnant. Like, I guess shortly after last season, they found out that she was pregnant. So anyway, so Tamara's throwing her this like little hoedown baby shower. It's like a country shabby chic baby shower is what she described it as, because, you know, the fiance, she likes to, you know, ride horses and things like that, and, you know, she's a country girl. So the baby shower looks really, really cute, and Tamara seems to be so excited. And the ironic part, and she even said it was ironic, because I remember, I was thinking it in the beginning of the episode when she first talked about the baby, saying my baby, because everybody gave Vicky such a hard time for saying Brianna's baby was like, when she was saying it's my baby, you know what I mean? Like, everybody gave her such a hard time, like she was delusional, like, or she was gonna run off and steal Brianna's baby or something. I don't know. But now Tamara sees, you know, how it feels to be a grandmother and feel like, you know, this is my baby or whatever. So yeah, and then, you know, she had wanted to have another baby with Eddie or whatever, but Eddie, you know, Eddie did, he was not wanting to have another baby. Like, whatever she could do, she could buy all the fake babies she wanted. She could get off the birth control all she wanted, but Eddie is like, you got 5 kids already. You got 1 grown, and then you got 4 that are, you know, in our care. So no. You don't need to be having any more babies around here. And then, oh, I forgot. Yeah, Lynn Curtin showed up to the baby shower. And you remember Lynn, I don't remember what season. She was on maybe 2 or 3 seasons a few years back. They were the ones that got evicted on TV. Remember the dude came up, the landlord or somebody came up, knocked on the door, and the daughter opened the door. He kind of like, she was trying to close the door back, and he like threw it in, like, you guys are being evicted, you gotta get out, or something like that he said. I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing. Because only like a few episodes before that, remember they had a housewarming party there or whatever, and it's like, wow. It's not funny. You know what? It is. Because it wouldn't be funny if it was just that they were on hard times and, you know what I'm saying? But her husband, he had like a construction business, and it wasn't that he wasn't able to, you know what I'm saying, take care of them. It's just the whole big lifestyle. Like, she's going to get facelifts. Her daughter got like a nose job or something. And then they were like buying BMWs for the girls, and it was just, they were living way out of their means. So that's why I say that it's funny that they got evicted on TV, because they was trying to front on TV. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, I don't know. But anyways, her and her husband are now divorced. Their 2 daughters are grown and out of the house. The oldest girl has a daughter. I don't know if it's the oldest or the youngest, because I can't remember which one is which. But she has a daughter, and Lynn brought a baby. I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl. And Lynn had brought the baby to the baby shower or whatever. So her and Tamara were just talking, and so I don't know. So maybe Lynn might be a friend of the show this season. I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind seeing her back on the show. She was okay. I always seemed a little spaced out, you know what I mean, and kind of like knock knock, anybody there, you know what I mean. But she did, you know, she was fun. So I wouldn't mind, you know, shaking it up a little bit, because I'm about sick of Heather, y'all. And what's her name isn't gonna be a big part of the show this season, right? What is that girl's name with the big boobs? I'll think of it, y'all, after I done turned the dang camera off. But yeah, she was on last season, but I don't think she's like an actual housewife this season with the orange. So yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know. Maybe Lynn will be back as a friend of the show, and I don't know. We shall see what happens over the next few months with the Orange County ladies. Like I said, I'm excited. Now, I'm sorry, I have not watched New York, so I'm about to go upstairs right now, and I'm about to watch the an episode of the Housewives of New York. And hopefully most likely I will get back down here and do my vlog tonight because my husband is out watching a game with his friends. So yeah, you know, like when he's here, it's like I'll watch my shows sometimes with him or whatever, but I don't know, like we always end up watching like our shows that we watch together. I don't vlog about our shows, but like we watch certain shows together or whatever. You know what, I'm gonna talk about this in my Girl What episode. Anyways, right now I'm about to get out of here because this video is like almost 30 minutes. When I came down here, I said this video was gonna be like less than 20. So yeah, I've been just talking and rambling. Anyways, until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and no, stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.